It's been called the 100-year flood. In just 2 days, enough water fell across southern Alberta to equal that part of the province's average annual rainfall. In the rushing river's path was the Siksika First Nation and the community of North Camp.
RCP came knocking at the door about 4 in the morning and gave us pretty much the warning to start heading out. And with that being said, by 5:30 it was that quick. It already had went around, and I could barely drive out with my belongings amongst my community's belongings. So when I was driving back out, water was going over my hood of the truck.
Councillor Herman Yellow Old Woman was in a meeting with Tribal Council when the Siksika's fire chief arrived with news the entire reserve was under a state of local emergency.
And they were just scrambling. They were just scrambling to get their stuff out of their homes. But unfortunately, their home was in lower area. And not only was their basement flooded, but their upstairs. So even if you thought you had stuff were safe on a bed or couch, when the water came into their house, their couches, their beds were all flipped, dressers, all that. So there was nothing, almost nothing saved unless you had a picture on the wall.
5 communities and more than 1,600 people were evacuated, many going to the relief center set up at a local sportsplex. Hundreds of volunteers gave of their time, and emergency relief items started rolling in, donated by area businesses and members of other tribes like the Blood, Pagan, Sarsi, and Stoney.
Our community center there was full, 500 people the first day. There's truckloads, van loads, bus loads, semi-loads of things coming in, food, clothing, everything to help out with the flood relief. It was quite impressive, you know.
It took almost a week for the waters to recede, so Herman and several other volunteers helped rescue residents and pets from waterlogged homes. More than 200 homes were wrecked, many deemed uninhabitable.
When people just walked around, they weren't the same. They were lost, you know, and they had a place to go, but at the same time, they didn't have a home anymore. They lost everything.
But in the face of adversity, Southern Albertans have banded together to help one another.
The community of Bizano and surrounding all came together and raised thousands of dollars. And it was amazing, very moving to see so many people out there that wanted to contribute to the relief effort.
The Siksika First Nations Reserve is coming together to help rebuild their community. For Go, I'm Shiva Jahansha.